As Scotland Women's Sevens kick off their European tournament today in Bergen, their performance is not just down to the players on the pitch, but to the backroom staff, such as team physio Jon Twynham, who ensure that they remain in the best possible shape to compete. So this is the third year that you've been involved with the Scotland Women's Sevens programme. What are the challenges involved with such a short programme every year?
I think the difficulty is to get people readjusted from playing the 15s game to playing the 7s in terms of the intensity and the energy requirements that are different between 15s and 7s. And having a short period of time puts a lot of pressure on us to try and do that quickly. Doesn't give us the opportunity to build that over several weeks. So effectively doing that over 3 weeks has been quite difficult to make sure that we push hard but not too hard and develop a lot of injuries through the team.
And this competition, quite intense competition over 2 days, and it's the only tournament. So what are the particular challenges over this weekend?
It is difficult in terms of making sure that we maintain fitness of players throughout the whole tournament in terms of injury prevention. So some players, depending on their previous sort of injuries coming into the tournament, will need to manage their game time, whether they play a half, full game, or even every game in the tournament. We're lucky that actually we've got quite a healthy squad coming into this, and I think that's a reflection of the work that we've done in training, where we've tried to mirror, if not exceed, some of the intensity of training that we'll get. And for example, our warm-up tournament was a similar number of games but in one day, so actually some of the intensity of that was a challenge in itself. So hopefully the preparation will see us through, but it's just making sure, I guess, the recovery that we do is seen and valued as just as important as everything else we do. So it's just keeping on top of that to make sure, come game 6 on the second day, that we're in as good a shape, and that the coach has the same number of players to select from for his starting team.
And there's quite a few new girls in this squad. Are there any sort of particular challenges with that?
No, again, I think it's just getting people used to different intensities. We've got some players that have come from a different sporting background who have played at a high level, but sevens in itself is, as a lot of sports are, very unique to itself in terms of specificity of the fitness and conditioning challenge. So I guess from my point of view, what we've tried to do is get all the players' physical competencies right, so that no matter what they're doing, that their movement skills are good enough to cope with the demands of the sport, and then that makes it a little bit easier challenge for the coaches and the conditioning staff to try and get the most out of them.